Insane Chef. Now today. It's easy, Insane Chef. Well, howdy, folks. How y'all is? Insane to the Chef here. I'm doing a fajita video for you guys today, and we're going to feature a couple things. I got this big piece, about 2 pounds, $20 worth of skirt steak here, and it looks like it's pretty well marbled. Looks like decent quality, but I think it's cheaper to actually go out to eat fajitas than it is to make it at home. But this is one of those where they don't trick you on the backside. You know, a lot of times you buy fajitas, they trick you and put all the gristle and shit on the back. Not this time. They actually did it right. So that's a good thing. I'm glad they did that. So we're gonna be trying some of this Figaro. Ho, ho, ho! Fabuloso. What do you think about that, Mrs. Chef? You like my operatism over there? All right. We also got some bins. I'm pretty sure they can't say Uncle Ben's anymore because that's so politically incorrect, and it's just shameful to say the word uncle. I'll probably be banished from this channel for that. But anyway, this used to be called Uncle Ben's. Now it's called Nephew Ben's. Another thing is, so when I think about rice, I think about, where's a good place rice is grown. The original to this, Uncle Ben's, was grown in Louisiana and South Texas, between Houston and Houston, Beaumont area and out towards Lake Charles and all. And, you think of a tropical, subtropical type climate, Indochina, maybe Vietnam, China, India, the whole slew of other countries around there, Laos and stuff. You think about that kind of shit when you're thinking about where's good rice coming from. Never in a million years have I thought about where this Spanish rice would come from. This comes from the premier destination to get your rice, the Great White North, the tundra of Canada. I mean, when I think about rice, I think about Canada. That's the first place that comes to my mind. Okay, it says that this Figaro Fabuloso quick fajita marinade is ready in 5 minutes. And you can read a bunch of other stuff on here that I'm not going to spend the time reading. But yeah, shake well. Outdoor grill is what we're going to do. Got my charcoal going. And yeah, let's see what this here is going to taste like. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mrs. Chef. When I went out to eat fajitas, I definitely had a couple of schooners full of margaritas. So yeah, it's probably cheaper, but still $48 for just fajita stuff. Seems a little pricey to me. So along with that Figaro Fabuloso, I got some of this Del Pasado fajita seasoning. I'm sure it's full of MSG and good stuff like that. Oh yeah, it's a second ingredient, of course. All right, let's bring some of this on there, and we'll get this ready for the grill. It's a big, thick piece of skirt steak, so I'm gonna go a little heavy on the marinade for this piece. And a little bit of vegetable oil, just to keep it from sticking to the grill. There we go. Rub-it-dub. Yeah, it's Pride Month, so 3 men in the tub. Rub-it-dub. Let's chop these peppers and onions up, folks. I'm using poblano peppers because I like them way better than a bell pepper. I'm not a big fan of green bell peppers. I don't mind the red and all, but the green ones, they're just nasty to me. This pepper is much better and usually has a little bit of heat, kind of in between a bell pepper and a jalapeno. Let's see what these here fajita steak look like. That's looking pretty delicious. Almost ready to go. Oh yeah, listen to that sizzle, folks. That smells good. Makes me want to do opera, but I'll save y'all I'll spare you anyway from hearing me do opera again. Anyway, I was thinking about the rice, I'm kind of sad the rice ain't coming from a jungle. But just because the rice ain't coming from the jungle doesn't mean our knife doesn't have to. That's right. Now I'm gonna cut up an avocado here. I just split the damn thing in half, take the pit out, give it a few slices long ways, one slice across the middle, and take a spoon to scoop it right out. That's the easiest way to cut your avocado. So if you guys wondering how to cut an avocado, here you go. Pretty simple. Just some lines down, one line across, and you got chunks of avocado. There you go, folks. And voila, there's our peppers and onions. Let's go ahead and slice this meat up and throw it on there. Alright, so one thing I want to show you. You want to cut against the grain when you're doing your fajitas. You can see here the grain's going this way. So I'm going to take it right here, cut it across. Then I'm going to go across the grain. That makes your bite a lot more tender when you're chewing than if you go this way. See what I'm doing there? Across the grain. Alrighty, folks, let's enjoy this fine meal. We got our peppers and onions. We grated some fresh cheese there. We got our Uncle, Aunt, Nephew Ben's rice. Got some chips. Got some of that hell on the red salsa made right here in town. Finishes off a little humex, of course. Or you can have yourself a cold beer, but I'm laying off the beer today. I don't have any lime, so I threw a lemon on there. Squeeze that on. And let's try this mess of goodness out, folks. I'm looking forward to this. So after that first bite, I realized I need some more heat, and Poblanos didn't have enough, so let's throw some real sriracha hui fong on there. Alright, well, dinner's over. See, where should we start? The Figaro was kind of sweet. I wasn't quite expecting that. It's kind of like a sweet molasses tasting liquid smoke. I think that's the best way to explain that. So it definitely needed that dry MSG rub on it to kind of counterbalance the sweetness. The meat was tough as nails. That's just the way you get it in the grocery store these days. So yeah, maybe let it soak in that Figaro longer to break down the meat. Something to break down the meat. Sucks these days unless you really spend a lot of money and get high quality. Used to get a piece of skirt steak and it'd still be tender, but I don't know. Canadian Ben's rice. It was okay. It was a prepackaged shit, you throw in the microwave, and it was okay for what it was. Not too bad, not too good. Just it'll make a turd. That's basically what it was. It's a filler to make a turd. I suggest skipping the Figaro. I don't think that was a really good marinade. I didn't really care for it. And Ben's rice is just Ben's rice. It's not as good as the shit his uncle made. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this film. And we will see you next time for another fantastic video. Peace out, everybody.